What's up, y'all? Happy hump day. Happy hump day to you all. How's it going? Hey, Volvo. What's up, Lady Virtue? Hey, Nat Queen. What's up, Lemon Kush? What's going on, you guys? We're going to go ahead and let me share this thing out. And we're going to get started. Shout out. There's 27 people in the room. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead, hit that like button as y'all come on in, honey. And take a seat down front. There are plenty of seats down front. Let me share this thing out. Oh, shoot. That's why I need my other devices. Who said that? All right, who said that? I like that name. Who said that? That remind me of Candy. Who said that? Oh, Lord. Well, let me let Abby know I'm live, child. She said she don't be getting the notifications. Wait a minute, what? Okay. All right. Hey, little baby. What's up, Morgan? How you guys doing? Welcome. Happy hump day. We have a few things to get into today. Not a whole lot, but, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. What's up, Mimi? Hey. And shout out to all my members that are coming in the room. All of my members that are coming in the room. Please hit that like button as you come in. It is a free way to support the channel. You guys know that the more likes I hit, the more like buttons that are going in, it pushes out the engagement on my channel, and it lets YouTube and everybody else know that we are here and we are enjoying ourselves and having a good time. Okay, and it's free 99. You know, you don't have to send no money. I mean, I take donations, but baby, your presence and your like button will suffice. Speaking of donations, I want to give a shout out to Cross Country Cruiser. I told you guys if you want me to call out, hey Chloe, I told you guys if you want me to call out your when you send me a cash app, just put your YouTube name in the comments because I don't call out people's government names. But Cross Country Cruiser sent me a cash app last night. Thank you so much, my love. I woke up this morning to the cash app. She was looking at my video from yesterday and she said, girl, you are working and I am loving it, and thank you so much. And I thank you. And listen, ain't nothing wrong with waking up to a little bit of chang-a-lang-a-chang-a-langin'. What's up, Jonathan? Hey, Sharita, what's going on, you guys? So listen, let's get into the things that we need to get into today. We have a couple of updates. Hey, you, I swear your wallpaper color always brightens up my day. Really? I love this whole room. I really need to update some things around here, but this is a whole earth tone. You guys can see my couch in the back. It's like all of it's like earth tones, the pillows, that color, that paint. It's an earth tone. Everything in here is an earth tone, and I love it. I really love it. What's up, Abs? Thank you, Cross Country Cruiser. I don't know if you heard me, but I just thank you for your cash app. I appreciate you waking up to a little bit of chang-a-lang, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with a little chang-a-lang. Yeah, so we have a couple of updates, y'all. We're going to bring y'all some things today. And y'all might be mad at me by the time it's over, but that's what we do. It's a tribe meeting. You might like some of what I'm saying. You might not like some of what I'm saying, but we can say it and walk away and still love each other. And that's the true proof, okay? That is the true proof. But the first thing I want to bring y'all is we have a little bit of an update on, I'm trying to get to it. We're not going to look at this whole thing. I just want to get to it so you guys can see a little bit. I think it was on the Neighborhood Talk. And I want to send out prayers to Young M.A., the rapper. Something is going on with her health-wise. She hasn't spoken out publicly against about it. She just said that she has been hospitalized. I'm not going to speculate, but we're just going to send her some we're going to just send her some love and some support, and there it is. Okay. So Michael Irvin, that's going to be our first update. Michael Irvin has, well, his attorneys actually, they have released the videotape. I'm looking for it now. We're not going to look at the whole. It's a 2-minute video. We are not, it was a Neighborhood Talk. It was a Neighborhood Talk. We're not going to look at all 2 minutes of it, but I just want you guys to know that I looked at all 2 minutes of the video, okay? The video was released. It's on the Neighborhood Talk. I'm almost certain that is where I saw it was on the Neighborhood Talk. Here it is right here. Yeah, it's on Neighborhood Talk. Now, if you look at the video, Tracy just sent it to me. Thank you, Tracy. If you look at the video, I was going to download it and do all of that, but I ain't doing all that for this. It ain't that serious. If y'all look, they have the circle right there where you can see Michael Irvin talking to the employee. I know it's a glare on the TV. That's Michael Irvin, and that's the hotel employee. Right? You see them talking. You see him standing a few feet away from her. He ain't hugging her. He don't have his arms around her. He ain't whispering in her ear. Now, towards the end of the video, it looks like they're laughing about something, and he does lean in and touch her arm. You know how when you laughing with somebody, you like, oh, you so crazy. It does look like he does touch her towards the end of the video, right? But it's a 2-minute video. Like I said, we ain't gonna look at all 2 minutes of it. But this is the general part of the video, right? They get done talking, like right there. That's the part I'm talking about right there, where he touched her arm. And you see right there, it looked like they laughing or something, some sort of joke, right? Still just talking. And then she walks away. Looks like he shakes her hand. And then he walks away. She walks off in one direction. He goes off in the opposite direction. See, other people kind of walk up and see them talking and they walk off. Now look. Y'all. Now let me say this. Could he have said something to her that is inappropriate? Absolutely. We don't have an audio. We only see the tape. He could have said, hey girl, why don't you meet me in my room in 15 minutes butt naked? And I'm going to have $1,500 on the table waiting for you. He could have said it. He absolutely could have said that to her. Am I about to defend Jussie? Child, I ain't talking about Jussie. I'm done with that. Listen, I said what I said about Jussie. I'm done with it. I don't care about them boys talking to... I don't care. I said what I said. I love y'all anyway. But I honestly am going to say, I don't know if that man said something inappropriate to that young lady. But what I am going to say is, and I said this before, and this is the part where y'all might get mad with me. But listen, y'all, we got to stop. Everything does not rise to the level of assault. Everything does not rise to the level of, oh my gosh, he was verbally, sexually assaulting to me. Everything don't rise to that level. Hey, Tan, everything don't go there. Now, here's the thing. The man could have absolutely made her an indecent proposal. He absolutely could have. Since when is making somebody an indecent proposal grounds for somebody you don't work with, a woman you met in the hotel lobby that you was flirting with a little bit, and maybe you invited her to your room, might even been raunchy about it. Since when does that rise to the occasion of now somebody need to lose their job? This man lost his job. His multi-million-dollar job that he's been on for 20 years. Now, he's still on suspension, but essentially this man lost his job. Because at the most, based on that videotape, at the most, he verbally said something to you that may have been offensive. We still don't even know what he said to you. Now, he said he didn't say anything, that they just had a casual conversation and it wasn't that deep. I don't know. I ain't about to go out on that limb because I don't know that man. And he may have, because he's an athlete, and maybe he's made indecent proposals to women and they showed up in his hotel room. He may have done that a million times. You know, you got a key. You have access to get in my room. Meet me in my room in 20 minutes. What time do you get off? Why don't you get off at midnight? All right, well, I'll be up at midnight. Bring a bottle of champagne when you come. He might have done it a million times. He may absolutely have done it a million times. What's up, Raven? But I do not see anything in that tape that makes me feel like, dang, Mike, you crossed the line, bruh. Mike, you crossed the line. What did she say he did? She said that. Now, I've read multiple accounts, Auntie. You know what, Auntie Didi? That's a good question. Hold on. Because I want to go back and read exactly what this woman accused him of. Because I have read multiple things. And I want to be fair. Because she may not have... Hold on, let me see. Michael... Oh, shoot. My fingers. I don't want to go to Michael's. Okay, Michael Irvin accusations. Okay, let me see what the actual accusation was. She accused him of sexual misconduct. Okay, hold on, y'all. Marriott International provided its account of what happened during an encounter between Michael Irvin and one of his hotel employees. The employee accused Irving of inappropriate behavior, and he was subsequently removed from his assignment covering the Super Bowl. On Friday, that was last Friday, because this was March 11th, in a 28-page motion obtained by USA Today, the Marriott fire blasted Irvin's press conference on Wednesday, in which the former Dallas Cowboy, blah, 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 blah. We talked about that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. February 4th, the day before the encounter, National Football League asked the hotel to make them aware, blah, blah, blah. The night in question. Okay. On the night in question, Marriott says that Irvin flagged down the accuser and appeared to be visibly intoxicated and began his aggressive behavior toward the employee, shaking her hand, stating she was attractive, and asking her if she watched football. Irving also reached out and touched the victim's arm during this conversation without her consent, causing her to step back, becoming visibly uncomfortable. Irving then asked the victim whether she knew anything about having a black man inside of her. He might have said it. I don't know. Irving then attempted to grab the victim's hand again and said he was sorry if he brought up bad memories for her. The victim pulled her hand away and tried to back away from Irving as he continued to move towards her. Two hotel employees noticed their co-worker was uncomfortable when she returned to work, and the accuser went to work the next day and reported the incident to her manager, who told her to take the complaint to loss prevention. The accuser, who identified as the victim, blah, 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 was interviewed by NFL investigators, and Irving left the hotel later that night. The woman has yet to file any sort of police complaint, protective order to protect her privacy. Okay, let's go back. Let's look at the video again, y'all. Now that we know what she's accusing him of, let's look at the video again. We're going to start at the beginning, okay? That's the two of them. You see the two of them in the corner. That's her and that's him. Okay, she backs away from him. He's standing there talking to her. Okay, they're talking. They're talking. He steps forward. Well, he kind of leans forward. They talking. They talking. They talking. They talking. They talking. They talking. They're having a long conversation. Okay. They talking. He touches her arm, Okay. She does sort of back away from him. All right. Look like they laughing. He leans in. Okay. He touched her again, but okay. They talking. He shakes her hand. They still standing there. Then she walks off. He just kind of says something behind after her. And then he walks off. Look like he's talking to another employee or whatever. Okay, he starts talking to some more people. Those are probably the witnesses. Remember, there were 2 witnesses that said they witnessed the encounter and they said he didn't do anything. Those are probably the 2 people that were there that spoke up and said he didn't do anything wrong. DJ Fresher Honda says there was another video that his witness that showed up to his press conference recorded. It showed something totally different. It said they were talking football. Yeah, it was 2 witnesses that said that he didn't do anything wrong. One person was from like Australia or something. Said he didn't do nothing wrong. So listen, all I'm gonna say is this. My personal opinion, and this y'all might get mad at me when I say this, and that's okay. I love you anyway. Based on what I just saw in that video, even if that man did invite you to his room, and even if he said, have you ever had a black man in you? Okay, that's raunchy and that's rude. But guys say that kind of stuff to us at bars all the time. I'm not saying that makes it okay, y'all. But you at the club, you at a bar. Granted, she was at work and walking through the lobby or whatever. I mean, but she said he had talked to that man for a long time. Maybe he felt comfortable. Maybe they had been flirting a little bit. Maybe he felt like she was giving him the wink wink. I don't know. But I do not feel like it rises to the occasion that this man should lose his job. Now, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If y'all feel like I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. We're talking about Michael Irvin. If you feel like I'm wrong, y'all know I can take it. Exactly, Auntie Dee. One of the witnesses asked to take a picture with Michael once she walked away. Now, Michael, you ain't no Emmett Till. We're not gonna give you the Emmett Till comment, but I understood the point he was trying to make. I mean, it was a little much, but I understand the point you might make. All right, well here you go. Well, that's one of our updates, child. Oh shoot, you can't even be safe in open spaces, right? With witnesses and a videotape, because there were 2 witnesses who were standing right there, and they said it was nothing happened. They were talking about football. It wasn't that serious. It was no big deal. Child. The witnesses say it was a cool. Yeah, the witnesses said that he didn't say it, that they didn't see or hear him say anything inappropriate. I'm in hospitality work. Yeah, KK, tell me from a hospitality point of view, because I know you are hospitality worker in Vegas. I know you deal with people that come through there all the time, VIPs, people high rollers, people who have money. You give me your 2 cents on it. I'm not talking a long time to a guy who's being crude. I tend to dead the convo and try to run away in an effort not to look disgusted. All I have to say is, in some of these black men who insist on approaching white women need to remember the history of this country pertaining to these type of women. A coworker said some raunchy stuff to me, and I cussed his ass out and was loud about it. Child, okay. Listen, when I was working, I had a guy, my coworker, old guy, he probably was in his 70s. He's passed away. Obviously, he's passed away since then, because this was years ago. He was from India. And he was like he was an educator, because that's how I met him as a teacher, but he was also very connected. He was very connected in DC. And he said to me point blank, he was like, listen, you could be my concubine. I put you up in a nice hotel. A nice apartment. I treat you real good, Now, I can't take you out in public. You can't be my girlfriend, but we can have some good times, and I'll take care of you. And I was like, who are you talking to? Who you talking to, sir? I said, you got to be crazy. I can't blame her employees for taking her side. I don't think he's going to get far with a lawsuit against them. I'm going to be honest. I think How much that pay? I'm looking for a sugar daddy. Now listen, Morgan. Now where I am now might be different than where I was then, child. I might have a different opinion now. I might have a different conversation now. Shout out to the 122 people in the chat. Please hit that like button. I appreciate y'all for being here. It is free 99. Go hit that like button. Come on down here and join the conversation. Where you been? Leo, hey boo. And I ain't forget about you. I still want you to do a reading on me. I just keep forgetting to go on your website and register. But I'm gonna do it this weekend. I'm gonna set up one this weekend. People are there to work, not to be harassed. Michael B. Jordan flirted with my coworker. It was completely respectful. If you're raunchy and disrespectful, it will get around quick. Exactly, and that's why I'm saying I'm not defending Michael Irvin, because if Michael Irvin was if he was disrespectful, I'm not going to defend that, and that's the truth. I don't know what that man said to that woman, and he may have said something that made her uncomfortable. I'm not going to sit here and tell him that, but I just think that in the post Me Too era, I think, what's up, Danny B? I just think that we go way sometime in the opposite direction, and I don't think that the punishment always fits the crime. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. Don't forget, we do have merch for sale. Hold on, let me plug my merch before we move into this next story, honey. We do have merch for sale. Danny reminded me, because Danny does the mugs and the tumblers, and then we have the candles. And I have to put the information in the chat for you guys if you want to buy some of the merch. Again, don't forget, when you get your merch, you guys send me pictures. You can DM me the pictures on Instagram, and I will post them. I appreciate everybody who is supporting me through the merch. The notebook, child, we're going to listen. This is phase 1. Once I get the notebook and the t-shirt situation straight, that will be phase 2. And again, as soon as the t-shirts are available and the notebooks are available, my members will get that word first. It'll be dropped in the members only first, and then it will be opened up to everybody. Okay. And yes, it's 124 people in the chat. Please make sure you guys are subscribed to the Teacher Project 2.0. The Teacher Project 2.0. Y'all get it. Tracy just dropped that link in the chat. Now, Jay Morant, NBA player, the Memphis Grizzlies, who got in trouble for, flouncing around the pow-pow, all on the screen. He has been suspended for 8 games by the NFL, and he has entered some sort of therapy down in Florida. I don't know what therapy he need to enter to stop him from being a dumbass, because then we find out that he was down to the strip club, and he done dropped $50,000 down to the strip club the same night of the incident, and that allegedly the pow-pow wasn't even his pow-pow, that he floating around all on the Instagram. Listen, this is a very expensive lesson for this young man. I again, do I feel like the punishment is fitting the crime? Maybe not so much. But again, listen, this is a very expensive lesson in how to act. Get you some get right. I hate to say it, but Michael slapped himself in the face 3 times as she was walking away. It seems like he said something he thought was inappropriate. I hope I'm wrong. And again, Eclectic Soul, which I like that name, Eclectic Soul, he may have. I ain't defending him because I don't know him like that. He may very well have said something he shouldn't have said, something embarrassing or something inappropriate. Maybe he did, but I don't know if it rises to the occasion of the punishment. That's all. But again, that's my 2 cents, y'all. I know, we are in the post. We are in the post. Me Too movement, and so it's a different conversation. We need an audio. He has lost $660,000 in salary for the suspension. It is a very expensive lesson. And again, does the punishment fit the crime? Drake tickets went on sale today, and people complaining about the same thing they've been complaining about with these concerts, the bots, the resellers, the system breaking down. I know one of my students was in my room today trying to get her Drake tickets, and by the time she finally got through, the tickets were $1,000. Now, I don't know who they thought had $1,000 to buy tickets to go see Drake. But let me tell you what these artists about to do. There's always going to be people that's going to pay your price, and that's just a fact of life. No matter how expensive something is, you're going to always find somebody that's going to agree to pay your price. But the flip side of that, the flip side is these artists are outpricing themselves to the point where they're not going to be able to sell these arenas out, and then it's going to look like it was a failed tour, where it's not really a failed tour, because even if you sell half of the arena, if you're selling them seats for $600 a seat, you making your money. But it's going to look like it's a failed situation. And what's going to end up happening is, y'all, for the smart people, you're going to wait till the week of the concert and you're going to be able to get that ticket for damn near free. I'm just telling you what I know. It's definitely fitting the crime. He knows the rules and the CBA, etc. The fact people forget is he is the one who decided to go live with it. It's not like somebody recorded him. I understand that, DJ Fresh and Highness. I do. I absolutely get it. The point I made when I first reported the story, the point I made was, would the reaction have been different had this been another NBA player on a hunting trip cleaning his gun on live? Would it have been a different conversation? Would the response have been different? That's my only question. That's my only question. You know what I'm saying? Is, would there be a different reaction? Now, when I asked that question, I didn't know that wasn't his weapon. And that does change things. And again, I'm not defending him. He acted badly, and it sounds like he's been acting badly for a minute. He's had a couple of incidents. He's young, he's dumb, he doesn't have the right guidance around him. He got a mentality, because from my understanding, he don't come from the hood. He just got that hood mentality. He one of the people that want to act like he did. And he need to get right. So maybe losing $500,000 will get him where he needs to be. I don't know. But I just question whether the response will be the same if it was coming from a different space. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It will make sense on a hunting trip. I understand that, but the point isn't whether it's in the right context. People are mad because he was on live with a weapon. But my thing is, at a hunting trip it would make sense, but are you mad that he did it on live, or are you mad because of who did it? Does that make sense what I'm saying? I understand that in the proper context it makes sense, but the question is, are they, the DJ Fresh and Highness, you might be able to tell me because you talk about the CBA, are they not allowed to have weapons on live at all? Like, that's the question. Are they not allowed to have weapons? Are they, like, I don't know what I'm trying to understand what the outrage was. What's the big deal? Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm real insensitive. What's the big deal? Don't nobody have a problem with a man with an AK-47 walking into a school and doing what he does there. Nobody has a problem with a man walking into a mall. Nobody has, like, we don't have outrage about all of that, but because this millionaire basketball player does some dumb stuff on his Instagram live with a weapon, now it's like, oh my gosh, the bottom is going to fall out and all that's holy is wrong. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I mean, maybe it's my personal, maybe it's my own thing, but I'm sick of it. Y'all really mad? Y'all really taking $500,000 from this boy? Y'all really mad about that? But yet it's still, y'all don't have no problem when it comes. I don't see the NBA going up to Capitol Hill and lobbying Congress to try to get some some gun laws in place. I don't see the NBA doing that. I don't see the NBA making public statements when we have these tragedies that happen at the schools. I don't see none of that. But because you got this player that decides to be stupid on Instagram Live, now all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. He's such a horrible person. Miss me with that. The basketball player, and I understand that Aquarius assaulted a child on the court and went to his house to get the pow. Again, that's two different things. That ain't nobody mad about that. Nobody's, and again, he's done some things, but that ain't what people keep talking about. Is this really live? What you mean, is this really live, Miss Sharon? They can have weapons, but the problem is he wasn't at home. The CBA, you're not allowed to carry any type of firearm on a team, plane, bus, arena, etc. So the thing is, he must have had it with him traveling with the team, and that's the violation. That's the violation. Okay. I can live with that because I remember Gilbert Arenas and that whole situation that happened when they were here in DC. So I mean, I can get with that, but it just frustrates me because I just feel like we have some real selective outrage about what we mad about. When that same young man put his hands on a child, I mean, we heard about it, but I remember the NBA reacting like this. But anyway, I said my 2 cents, child. I ain't gonna keep dwelling on it. Hey y'all. So anyway, that's the update to that child. So he suspended for 8 games. He's losing $500,000, and child, they done put him in therapy, child. You got to go to therapy, okay? Hopefully he'll get some get right. Because let's be clear, I'm not excusing his behavior at all. I'm not excusing his behavior, okay? And if that's the violation, DJ Fresh, then I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. Back to these daggone Drake tickets. Back to what I was saying about these people in these concerts. Listen. I know everybody's trying to recoup the money they lost the last 2 years that they couldn't tour and they couldn't do shows. I know a whole lot of people lost a whole lot of money. I get it. I get it. A lot of tours were canceled. A lot of people couldn't go on tours. A lot of people didn't put out music or put out new projects because they wanted to wait until they could promote it properly. I get all of that. I get it. But here's what you're not going to do. You're not going to get it all back in one summer from all of us. That's what y'all not going to do. Everybody trying to tour and go on. You're not going to get all that money back from everybody. Now, y'all need to calm down. That's what they're investigating him for, and they found out it wasn't his, so that's why he only got 8 games instead of the entire season. Ooh. Okay. The whole season. Ooh. Thank you for the insight. But yeah, so Drake, they look like he got the same problem that the Taylor Swift people done had, and I don't remember them having this. Did they have these problems with the Beyonce? I remember because Beyonce had like a system where you had to register, and then if you got picked, then you would she had a whole thing in place. And I know people talked about how expensive the tickets were, but I know people who got Beyonce tickets. I mean, when I say reasonable, that's relative. But not at these crazy price, not $1,000 and $1,500 and all of that. I mean, it was still a lot of money. A concert over $100 is out of my budget. I like free concerts in a park at a small venue. You know what? It's a lot of free music. People, it's a lot of free music. People be sleeping on the free music. The only thing I don't agree with is with them making a big deal about him spending $10,000 at the strip club. No, baby, it was $50,000. It was $50,000 at the strip club. 5. But I still feel like that's his money. Listen, when he go broke, it don't change nothing in my bank account. ESPN said they couldn't prove that he had it around the team. That's what I'm saying. If they ain't catch him with it at the facility or on the plane, I don't understand. Again, I feel the way I feel. I know other people might feel differently, but I feel the way I feel. I don't pay $1,000 for airline tickets and stay-in accommodations. I wish I would pay $1,000 for a damn concert. Absolutely not. Bab said the Beyonce tickets were selling near her for a couple. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know people who got their tickets for a couple of $100s now. Again, that's still a lot of money for a concert, but not with the prices that people were talking about they paid. I know people, they've been talking about people paying over $1,000 for price for tickets. Hell. There were problems with Beyonce tickets. Many people bought their tickets en masse and jacked up the prices. Yeah, they do. Well, that's what the resellers do. The bots, all of that. They do the same thing with the sneakers. DJ Fresh and Highness, they deal with that with the sneakers. Since like that, then they resell it, child. All right, let's talk about these Oscars for a second. Now, I ain't really talked a whole lot about the Oscars. One, because I don't care. I don't care about the Oscars. I didn't watch the Oscars. Congratulations to Ruth Carter. She became the first Black woman to win multiple Oscars. And that's sad because it was for costume design. And that's no disrespect to Ruth Carter and her costume designer, because she has been doing it for a long time. And she has been an elite costume designer for many, many years. She is a graduate of Hampton University. She's an HBCU grad. So shouts out to her. She spoke at my niece's graduation when she graduated from Hampton. That's how I know all this, right? But she won her second Oscar for Wakanda Forever. I think her first Oscar was for Wakanda Forever, but she has done costuming for other movies as well. Congratulations to her. And I don't mean that with any malice or anything in my heart. But let me tell y'all what I don't care about. And don't get me wrong. I love me some Angela Bassett to death. But I don't care that she didn't win. I honestly don't care that she didn't win. I don't even care that she didn't clap for the person who did win. Because who wrote the rule that I can't be a sore winner? A sore loser? Who wrote that rule that after 30 years in the industry, or 40 years or 50 years in the industry, I have only been nominated twice, and both times I did not win? Who said that I don't get a moment to be disappointed? Who said that I don't, with that camera in my damn face, that I don't get a moment to feel some kind of way about the situation? She done won all these other awards, all award season. I'm sure she really did think this was it. This was her time. This was her moment. She gets a moment to feel some kind of way about it. So I ain't even mad at her. But y'all already know how I feel about these award shows. I don't care. Have you seen the movie, Xavier? Have you saw the movie? Because people could say the same thing about Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis has been acting her whole life, right? She's been acting her whole life, and she's played some really good parts, and she's been snubbed. So people could say the same thing about Jamie Lee Curtis. Listen, it was her time. I know we as Black people always want to see the melanated queens win. I do too. But until we get this mad about people losing the Image Award and the BET Award and the Soul Train Award, until we get mad about it like that, I don't care. And y'all might not like the fact that I said I don't care. And it's no disrespect to Angela Davis. I love Angela Davis. And I think I would have loved for her to win, and I would have cheered for it. I saw the movie, and Jamie wasn't the best actress in that movie. Stephanie, who I hope I said her name, Sue, was the better actress in that film, and she was nominated. Okay. That's what I'm saying. She didn't even want a BET Award, but y'all mad at her for not winning the Oscar? But something that right, exactly, DJ Fresh, and that's my point exactly. The problem is we don't show up for those award shows. Until we start respecting and elevating the shows that were created to celebrate us when the establishment wouldn't, I really don't care about the Oscars. Because the reason why an Image Award exists, the reason why a Soul Train Award exists, the reason why the BET Awards exist is for this exact reason. Because we know that the establishment does not recognize us. But what we do, and when I say we, I'm talking about celebrities and stuff. What we do is we use those award shows as the stepping stone to get to the Grammys or the Oscars. And once we get into that arena, then we don't have time to go back down here to the Image Awards and the BET Awards and the Lady of Soul and the Lady, all of that. We don't have time no more for that. Because we too busy up here trying to get accepted from a system that has already told us we don't accept you. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Now, what I know, and this happened to Whoopi, and we're going to get to Whoopi in a minute, but this happened to Whoopi. Angela said that after she was nominated, I'm not talking about every single person. I'm saying in general. So Angela goes, I get it. I'm talking about in general. But what I'm more concerned about, this is what I'm more concerned about. Y'all, I know she was at the, I'm not talking about Angela Bassett specifically. I'm talking about the general mindset as a whole. I know Angela was there. I got it. I know she was there, y'all. I'm talking about as a whole. Please don't nitpick. I'm talking about the whole. The whole. That's all I'm saying. So, the bigger issue that I have, what we need to be even more, this is what we need to be mad about. What we need to be mad about is even after we do get nominated, whether we win or not, after we get nominated, we still don't get the roles. Angela Bassett said she didn't get offered a movie role for 18 months after she was nominated for What's Love Got to Do with It. 18 months. Whoopi Goldberg said the same thing. She said after The Color Purple, she said people kept criticizing her for the types of movies she was doing. Why would she do a movie like this? Why would she do this movie? Why would she do that movie? She said, because that's all that was being offered to me. I did Burglar and Jumpin' Jack Flash and Eddie and all these other movies that people might look down on and say, oh, that was low budget, or why would a nominated actress do that? Because that's what was offered, and she still had to pay her bills. That's what we need to be mad about. Halle hasn't been in a decent movie since she won. They don't offer it to him. Look at Jennifer Hudson. Look at Monique. Now, well, no, Monique's not a good example. Look at Jennifer Hudson. We have to stop thinking the white space is a place for us, child. Prime example, Hov said F the Grammys, but when was the last time you saw him at the BET Awards? Exactly. So I'm just saying, look how they did Lou Gossett. That's all I'm saying, y'all. So don't get me wrong. Do I feel like we deserve the accolades? Yes. But I'm more concerned with what happens on the other side. Why are we not getting offered the roles? Listen, let me tell you something. And I said this I was talking to somebody on the phone the other day, and they were like, you need to say that on your live. And I forgot to say it because we didn't even talk about the Oscars that day. But let me go ahead and break this down for y'all. Here's why I don't give a damn. Yeah, Lou Gossett, I think Lou Gossett's still alive. But here's why I don't really give a damn about the Oscars. Because throughout the history of the Oscars, maybe for the exception of Sidney Poitier, I'm going to go ahead and take him out of that. I'm going to take him out of that equation right now. But maybe for the exception of Sidney Poitier, every Black person, every is a strong word. I'm going to say 95%, because every is a strong word. I'm going to say 95% of the Black people who have been nominated as Best Lead or Best Supporting Actor or Actress has been for a role that is beneath them. The first Black woman to win an Oscar won an Oscar for playing a slave. And that's no disrespect to Hattie McDaniel, because we know that the reality is those are the only roles that they were being offered. But she won for being a slave. Denzel Washington wins Best Supporting Actor for playing a what? A slave in Glory. He wins again for playing what? A dirty cop. Now, he don't win for playing the Hurricane, the man who was robbed of his heavyweight championship, Black man, and who was set up and wrongfully sent to prison. He don't win for that role. He don't win for Malcolm X, right? He doesn't win for playing the lawyer that defended Tom Hanks in Philadelphia that won the landmark case during the height of the HIV crisis based on a true story. Oh, no. He don't win for that. He went for playing a dirty cop. Halle Berry wins for getting bent over a sofa. I'm just saying, when you think about Monsters Ball, what is the first thing that pops in your head when you think about Monsters Ball? You think about that sex scene with Halle Berry and the man. Lupita won for being a slave. 12 Years a Slave won for Best Picture for what? Being a slave. Moonlight won. And I was here for Moonlight winning. Viola Davis wins for being a maid. Now, Viola Davis, her resume can roll out my front door and down the street. But out of all of her roles, she won for doing what? Being a maid. Monique wins for being what? Probably the worst damn mother that ever existed. The worst example of a mother that ever existed. And she wins the Oscar. Jennifer Hudson wins the Oscar for being a what? A singer. She could sing, girl. She could sing. And y'all thought that the Oscars was going to let Angela Bassett win for playing an African queen? That's what y'all thought was going to happen? For playing a strong, resilient, bend but don't break queen? Okay. Who won for Doubt? Viola Davis won for Doubt. I thought she won for. No, that wasn't Viola Davis. The other girl won. Who's the other one that won for being a maid? The other one. The one that made the pie. That put her poop in the pie. She won, didn't she? I can't think of her name right now, but didn't she win? All right, so my apologies. Viola Davis, she won for Doubt. My bad. I never even saw Doubt, so I don't know what she did. I didn't like Moonlight. I did not like Moonlight, but again, Octavia Spencer, thank you. So again, y'all, there are exceptions to every rule, but when you look at the totality of the Oscars that have been given to us in lead actor or lead actress or supporting actor or supporting actress, overall, are they roles that really truly exhibit what? That's just how I feel about it. She didn't win for Doubt. What did she win for then? What did she win for? What did she won? Did she win for? She didn't win for Fences. Did she win for Fences? Who did she win? She was nominated for Doubt, but she didn't win for Doubt, right? She won for Fences. Okay, so you won for a woman who got cheated on and took in her husband's I won't call that baby a bastard, but that's what you won. That's what she won for. She won for Fences. Thank y'all. So she won for playing a woman whose husband cheated on her, and she took in the child of the result of the affair. Okay, then. Now I'm gonna give you credit because it was written. The play was written by a black man. I'm gonna go down that road, and okay, I'm gonna be okay with that. But I'm just saying. But anyway, I didn't even mean to go there, y'all. I didn't mean to go there. And again, I'm not taking nothing away from any of these actors and actresses. And I understand in Hollywood, you take the roles that you are given and you do the best of your ability. You knock it out the park. And these people are absolutely great actors and actresses. So I'm not taking nothing away from them. I'm just saying I do not ascribe to the Oscars being the top of the mountain. It's not the mountaintop for me. The Grammys, it's not the mountaintop for me. We have this conversation every award season because somebody always got snubbed. Somebody always got treated bad. Eddie was robbed for James. He was. Eddie was robbed. And that was just politics. All right, y'all. Let's roll on. Where we going next? I said, okay, Angela Bassett. Okay. All right. Well, let's finish up the Oscars. Let's talk about Ciara in this dress. Let me tell y'all something. Now, everybody is talking about Ciara in this dress. Now, let me tell you how I feel about Ciara in this dress. And then nobody asked me. Shout out to the 170 people in the room. Please, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Mars, what my likes is looking like. Ruth Carter won the only Oscar won for a non-derogatory role. She is now the only Black woman to win. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. The costume designer. And I started off by giving her accolades because I don't want to take nothing away from it. Really be that's like, no, it's not. I don't agree with that, Tracy, because what you're telling me is, so using your example, you said, really be, that's like saying, why get a PhD when you could get a master's? So what you're saying is that the NAACP Awards is the master's and the Oscars is the PhD? See, I don't ascribe to that. I don't ascribe to the NAACP Image Awards are less than the Oscars. I don't ascribe to that. For me, the Oscars are a part of the establishment. I agree. You don't get the NAACP Image Awards are not part of the EGOTs. I get it. I understand that. I respect the Oscars from that perspective. They are. But what I'm saying, for me, I'm not putting them there. Yes, rest in peace to Bobby Caldwell. I love that song. What you won't do. And when I found out that the person who sang it was white, I said, what? Child. Now, Ciara in this dress. People said that Ciara was disrespecting her husband. Ciara was, out here looking, it was inappropriate. She shouldn't have worn that dress. Here's what I'm going to say. I personally did not like the dress. I personally thought it was a bit much. I personally thought the girl was naked, okay? And at first I thought it was a nude illusion. I did not think she was really naked. I thought it was a nude illusion. And I was like, oh, that's cute. All right, it's a nude illusion. But then I realized it's not a nude illusion. She was really just naked. Me personally, I didn't like it. I thought it was too much. I thought it was in bad taste. Right? But the flip side of this, where people are like, oh, she's embarrassing her husband. Her husband was standing right next to her, holding her hand, walking down the red carpet. If he had a problem with that dress, I promise you they wouldn't have left the house. I mean, y'all really, when I say y'all, I ain't talking about y'all, but y'all really be doing a lot. Oh, she's embarrassing him. How dare she? He was standing right next to her. I don't feel like they have that kind of a marriage where she would disrespect him. If she came out of that dressing room and he said, I'm not, nope, I'm not feeling that, I'm not comfortable, I don't feel like she would go out in it anyway, and I don't feel like he would just hold her hand up until like he was cool with it. I just don't think that's how it rolls in their marriage. I don't know neither one of them, but I don't feel like that's how it rolls. So my thing is, if he like it, I love it. I didn't think it was Oscars appropriate. Maybe the Grammys, but not the Oscars. If my body looked like Ciara's, I'd wear that dress to the grocery store. If Beyonce, Cardi B, etc. had won that dress, this wouldn't be a discussion. I don't know. I think they would say this. Cardi would get away with it. Beyonce, well, I don't know, because they already think that Russell is a punk, and I think that's just another way of trying to emasculate him. They already think Russell Wilson is a punk. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's part of what that is too. So you're right. You might be right about that. Now, don't get me wrong. Her body is bad. She's had 3 children. The body is bad. Now, I ain't taking nothing away from her, okay? Now, she looked good in the dress. Let's be clear. She looked good. Just wasn't, my thing. It just wasn't my thing, child. She was at the after party, but still, that's just my opinion. Listen, y'all talking about it, so I'm just talking about it, okay? All right, child. Juan got fired from his job down to the copping state. Now listen. I don't know if he got fired because Coppin State had a terrible season and this was his 2nd or 3rd season and there was no improvement, or if he got fired because of all of the accusations that are going on within the athletic department. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I did a video on it probably about 3-4 months ago. It was before Christmas that I did that video, where there's some accusations going on down Rihanna wore that same dress and no one batted an eye. That's what I'm saying. People are just selective about what offends them. I probably wouldn't have liked it when Rihanna won it or didn't like it when Rihanna wore it. But again, don't nobody care about I should say nobody care about my opinion, but but I ain't mad at him. Right, but Rose McGowan was with Marilyn Manson and it fit that whole vibe that they had going on, child. Exactly, Joshua. Live your life, Ciara. Listen, like I said, if her husband didn't have no problem with it, if you like it, I love it. If you like it, I know I love it. Okay? I forgot where I was going next. I done lost my train of thought. Hold on, what I'm talking about now? Ciara. Oh, Juan getting fired. So what this means for next season, not really sure. How this plays into the season, don't know. But the man lost the job. And again, even without these accusations, I feel like he probably would have still lost his job because, again, the team sucked. And, coaching is a fickle thing. You could be, when you win it, you good. The minute you start losing, you out the door. And I mean, the minute you could have won championships and then you start losing, you ain't got but about 2 or 3 seasons and you be fired real quick. Real quick. Wasn't it 9-23, something like that? I don't know. I didn't even pull the record. I don't know. I know that they weren't good. I know it wasn't good, child. But that was the hot news yesterday when we were live talking about Tasha. That was the hot news that he got fired. So, understand Juan got fired because the team. Exactly. Juan got fired. I believe Juan got fired because the team didn't perform. I don't think it has anything to do with these accusations, personally. But I could be wrong. Correct. I don't know them people name, but I can send it. Oh, okay. I don't know if he will, Jonathan, only because, he was already sort of at the bottom of the barrel. I mean, he may get an assistant coach somewhere. And I said that in my video last night. Now the question is, where does he go next? Because the thing about coaching, he might get a phone call from somewhere. Maybe it'll be Nebraska. Maybe it'll be Florida. Maybe it'll be California. Maybe it'll be South Carolina. Now what you going to do? Is Robin going to leave? I mean, if she did get fired from the Real Housewives of Potomac, she can do the podcast from anywhere in the country. I mean, that's not a problem. But if she still has her job here, which I don't know if she does, but if she still has her job here, then what you going to do? He was conference champ 2021. He was? See what I'm saying? See how fickle it is? See how fast they turn on you? Now, what's going on in the department might have been an element in the decision. Because let's be clear, these accusations have been going on. Like I said, I did my video before Christmas. These accusations have been going on for months. He gets fired as soon as the season's over. That, in my opinion, they were like, oh, well, we'll keep him until the end of the season, which tells me that they don't feel like these accusations are that serious, or they would have fired him during the season when it first came out. He ain't got no reason now not to be at the reunion. Child, you know he ain't coming. He still ain't going to film, and he still ain't going to come. Child. But he'll probably pick something up. And Johnson said probably in the CIAA or the CIAC. I mean, or the CIAC, or the MEAC. You know, he'll probably pick something up. We'll see. One thing about coaching, more so with white coaches than with black coaches, but once you get in that system, you sort of just recycle. You just sort of just move around, you know. If he does leave, they'll continue to do as they've done in the past, live separate lives. Yeah, probably. Probably. Be roommates. Be roommates. Thank you, Phil. Robin better negotiate. Juan does 2 episodes on cheating and firing and show up to the reunion to keep her flute. Child, I don't know. Thank you so much, Phil. We gotta put some money. We gotta make it rain. Make it rain. I got a cash app. Make it rain on them. Make it rain on them. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate you, sweetheart. Oops. Okay. That's how it usually works. Patrick Ewing was also fired at the end of the season. Yeah, he sure was. Yep. He sure was. He sure was. All right, let's get into... Now, Whoopi had a situation that happened down to the View today. She used the word gyp. Now, I honestly did not know that gyp was a racially insensitive word. I did not know. I honestly did not know. And neither did Whoopi, apparently. So she said it on the air today. And she made an apology. So I'm going to let y'all hear. So I'm going to read you guys the story, and then I'm going to let you hear the apology. Whoopi Goldberg issued an apology for using an offensive word on today's episode of The View. While speaking on the former president, Donald Trump, the talk show host mentioned how his supporters feel they got gypped in the 2020, feel that he got gypped in the 2020 presidential election. The View's official Twitter account posted an apology video from Goldberg shortly after the episode aired. You know, when you're a certain age, you use words that you've known from when you were a kid or you remember saying, and that's what I did today, and I shouldn't have. I should have thought about it a little longer before I said it, but I didn't. And I shouldn't have said cheated and used another word, and I'm really, really sorry. Many Twitter users weren't aware that the word gypped was an offensive term, but according to Merriam-Webster, gypped is defined as being cheated, defrauded, swindled, and notes regarding that it came from, it derived from the gypsies and is short for being a gypsy. I had no idea. I have said gypped my whole life. First of all, I didn't know it was spelled like this. It is spelled Gypped. I never knew it was spelled Gypped. As a kid, we always spelled it with a J. I am sick of this, y'all. I'm sick. I'm sick of it. I promise you I am. I didn't know it was a racially offensive word. I didn't know. At this point, we just need to create a book telling us everything we can't say. Gypsy is an offensive term, and that's why the word gypped is offensive, because it comes from gypsy, which is also offensive. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all here for us eliminating words and things that we thought were okay that no longer are okay. All I'm saying is we got to stop acting like people are horrible human beings for saying something that we've said our whole life that we didn't know was a wrong thing to say. I never knew that. I have said gypsy my whole life. Just like Jimmy Rig. What's wrong with Jimmy Rig? Leo, what's wrong with Jimmy Rig? That's racially insensitive too. I didn't know. Yeah, it's a stereotype that, yeah, I get it that gypsies are swindlers. Yeah. It's more known in Europe that gypped is an offensive term. Ah, got it. Okay. Well, I did not know. Now we know. We have all learned something today. You live and you learn. Right. Like when Lizzo said spaz, I said, God damn, we can't say nothing. We just can't say nothing. Yeah, gypsies, the word gypsies are associated with gypsies being like being crooks and swindlers and, you know, running scams and stuff like that. What the hell? I'm sorry. Okay. They be looking for a reason, just like what Lizzo said. Oh, yeah, I just said, yeah. I thought Jimmy Rig was when you put stuff. Yeah, I didn't know Jimmy Rig was offensive. Leo, Jimmy Rig is offensive. You never told me it's a. Well, hold on. You never. Let me see. Did you ever answer? Many people don't know that Jimmy Rig is actually. Oh. So Jimmy Rig is actually nigga rig? I don't understand. Child. Well, Josh, child. Y'all know we stand for Whoopi. That's my auntie in my head. She not really my auntie in my. Well, actually, she could be my auntie in my head, but that's my auntie in my head. You know, we love her over here, child. I don't care. We love her. We love Whoopi. All right. Last but not least, y'all. We'll get to these other stuff, child. Last but not least, I'm gonna have to bring you the last. I ain't even gonna say the last because I feel like this is gonna keep going on and on and on until the show is over. The good thing is the show is only 6 episodes, child. The bad thing is what we're gonna do when the show is over. So LaTosha Scott of Xscape has made yet another statement about, because she's promoting her album, right? Because her solo album did come out, her gospel album did come out. So she's promoting her album. So you know every time she does an interview promoting her album, they're going to ask her about her sister and the show, right? They're going to ask her all about the sister and the show. So she was doing another interview, I guess either today or yesterday. And what she said in this interview is very interesting and very different than what she said in the other interview that we listened to yesterday. First of all, what's my likes looking like, Tracy? It's 167 people in the room. I appreciate and I love all of y'all for being here. If you could please do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you're hanging out in the bushes and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a good time over here. When we agree, when we don't agree, we have great conversation. We talk, we laugh. Go on and hit that subscribe button and join the tribe. Come on down front. Say hi to the people. They won't bite. The only one that might bite you is Xavier, but he harmless. That's my boo. I'm just messing you. I'm just messing with you, Xavier. You know you my boo. Only 114 likes. What is 173? Let's see if we can get up to 150 likes, okay? If you haven't already hit that like button, if you could do that for me, please. If y'all could get to 150 likes, that would be great. That would be perfect. And let's listen to what LaTosha said. Hold on. Let me make sure I got it queued up right. Hold on. All right, let's go. Now, shout out to Scotty by Nature. That's where I got this from. That's my boo. He won't mind, but that's where I got it from. Shout out to Scotty.
Husband more specifically, took some of her royalty money. Is that true? No. Well, my thing is this. When it comes down to...
So first of all, she didn't deny it. She said, no, well, my thing is this. So first of all, the woman asked you point blank, did the man steal your sister money? And you about to give us a roundabout explanation. You never come right out and say no. Not like you did on that episode on Sunday night. Now remember, they filmed this stuff months ago. So she probably felt like it was going to blow over, whatever. But the fact that it's gaining momentum, now they got to switch up. Now they got to switch up the strategy. So peep the strategy. Remember what she said yesterday. Now peep the switch up. Okay?
Family, I like to keep things, we deal with it behind closed doors. And so that's what we do. My sister and I have been through a lot. And I'll say that when my father left, my sisters had issues with things in life. And so we've always tried to keep that to the side. Whenever she's confronted with anything, it's always this, and that. And it has been through a lot. And I'll say that when we deal with it.
All right, my bad, y'all. My phone was... So hold on. Did y'all hear her? I'm going to play it again because I need y'all to hear that one more time.
Behind closed doors. And so that's what we do. My sister and I have...
So first of all, you saying you would rather deal with this behind closed doors. Again, I don't hear you saying nothing happened. I don't hear you saying that man didn't steal your sister's money. Now it's we going to handle it behind closed doors. All right? Peep the strategy, y'all. Now here's where she go in for the kill. I want y'all to listen.
Been through a lot. And I'll say that when my father left, my sisters had issues with,
When my father left, my sister has had issues. What issues you trying to say, Tasha? You trying to say your sister had mental issues? Are you trying to say your sister had drug issues? Are you trying to say your sister dealt with depression? Are you trying to say your sister was an alcoholic? What are you insinuating now? So first, you didn't actually deny. You never actually denied it. You said we would rather handle it behind closed doors. Oh, and by the way, my sister, she crazy. I want y'all to hear what she's saying. Hold on.
With things in life. And so we've always tried to keep that to the side. Whenever she's confronted with anything, it's always this, and that, and it has nothing to do with anything.
What I need y'all to know that she just said a bunch of nothing. Whenever she's confronted with anything, it's always this, and that, and it's never anything. Bitch, what you just say? And I'm not calling her a bitch. I'm just saying bitch. Whenever she's confronted with anything, it's always this, and that, and it's never anything. What does that mean, Tasha? That's not even a cohesive sentence, ma'am.
To be honest with you, and I don't like to really talk about the things that we go through because I keep that behind closed doors. But as an older sister, there was no favoritism or anything like that. If you're the older sister, the mother or the father always comes to the oldest. They like, you know better. So I'm that talk older to sister. Your little sister. Yeah. And so I didn't get a chance to really talk to her, and things kind of spiraled down.
I didn't get a chance to manipulate her like I normally do. I didn't get a chance to tell her what the script was and she's supposed to follow the script. I didn't get a chance to tell her what to say.
Because we didn't have that conversation. And mom is a matriarch who helps put things together. And my sister just lashes out. I love her, and I wouldn't want anybody else to talk about it, but we're going to make sure that we fix this with God's help, for sure.
With God's help, for sure, they're going to fix it. With God's help, they're going to fix it. I know I saw Scotty change his Twitter name. I ain't fooling with Scotty ass. Did y'all hear that? I'm going to play it one more time because it's not that long. We're going to play it one more time. I want y'all to hear it.
Husband more specifically. Yeah. Let's listen. Husband more specifically took some of her royalty money. Is that true? No. Well, my thing is this. When it comes down to family, I like to keep things, we deal with it behind closed doors. And so that's what we do. My sister and I have been through a lot. And I'll say that when my father left, my sisters had issues with, with things in life. And so we've always tried to keep that to the side. Whenever she's confronted with anything, it's always this, and that. And it has nothing to do with anything, to be honest with you. And I don't like to really talk about the things that we go through because I keep that behind closed doors. But as an older sister, there was no favoritism or anything like that. If you're the older sister, the mother or the father always comes to the oldest. They like, better. So talk to your little sister. Yeah. And so I didn't get a chance to really talk to her, and things kind of spiraled downhill because we didn't have that conversation. And mom is a matriarch who helps put things together. And my sister just lashes out. I love her, and I wouldn't want anybody else to talk about it, but we're going to make sure that we fix this with God's help, for sure. But no, this is all, my thing is, the truth no one wants to hear when the lie is so much more exciting. So I'll just leave it right where it is.
At the end of the day, she's your sister.
She's still my family. Still my family, absolutely.
So will you tour with Xscape? Will we see that?
Yeah, we're leaning towards the conversation about it, but I just wanted to make sure that the business was handled, correctly.
We're leaning towards a conversation about it. She's still not saying yes, I want to go on tour with my team, with my group. Yes, that's happening. We're leaning towards a conversation about it. Man, what? We are leaning towards a conversation about it. Y'all, I might change my Twitter name too. Scotty by nature done changed his Twitter name to hashtag Where's Tamika's Money? Child. Let me make sure I said it right. I think that's what it is. Hold on. Because I saw it. Tracy just said it to me. Hold on. Let me make sure I said it right, child. That damn Scotty. I can't do this with him. Where is Tamika's money? I ain't doing this with him. When a person gives you a complicated explanation when one syllable answer will do, they are playing with the truth. Exactly. Listen. You say, really, B, did you steal that $30,000 from your sister? It's a hell no. And then I'm going to cuss you out for insinuating that I did, right? Girl, you gave us a whole explanation that didn't say nothing. And then you trying to, again, listen to the strategy. You got to pay attention to the gaslighting. Now you want to casually throw it out there. Oh, my sister has problems. So and I think the part that they're forgetting in all of this, here's the part, Tasha, ma'am, excuse me. Come here. Tasha, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, girl. Tasha, come here. Tasha, here's the part you forgetting. Kind of like that girl that's accusing Michael Irvin of all the stuff that she accusing him, and them two witnesses said, ain't nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Here's the part you forgetting, Tasha. Tasha, excuse me, come here. Tasha, the part you're forgetting is that other people know it happened. See, this didn't just happen between you and your sister. You loaned your sister loaned you the $30,000, and it was between the two of y'all, and she don't have no proof that she gave you that money. Ma'am, this didn't just happen between the two of y'all. Tiny mama said it happened. Tiny said it happened. Tiny told Candy. Candy said, yep, it happened. So it's not a he said, she said. It's not a me against you. Everybody said that money went to Rocky and the checks were cashed, but the money never made it back to Tomika. See, if you're going to call your sister liar, then you got to call Tiny Mama liar. Now, I want you to go and call Miss Diana liar. Do it. Go call Miss Diana liar. I want you to do it. That's what I want you to do. I want you to call Miss Diane a liar. And I want to see you do it. I want you to do it on camera. We have 4 more episodes left as of right now. Now, listen, I would not be surprised if Bravo ain't on the phone right now with all of them trying to get them to start filming immediately, because this show is a runaway hit. I don't know if Tasha will film. I don't know. But I promise you that they are on the phone as we speak, negotiating some more episodes. I promise you they are. Miss Diane, the only mama we like. SWV sure tried to teach us something. SWV said, listen, y'all better stop, get out y'all feelings and get this money. Candy been doing it. Candy said, I don't talk to Tasha. Me and Tasha ain't friends. Me and Tasha ain't been friends. And me and Tasha was never friends. But I'm going to get on the stage and I'm going to sing Understanding. And I'm in the mood for love. And I'm going to give you all the hits. And then I'm going to get off that stage. And I'm going to go back home to my husband and my children and my 5 other businesses and my 2 other reality shows. I'm going to go back to do what I do. But I'm going to get on the stage and get this money. And SWV said, y'all need to learn how to get on the stage and get this money. We ain't friends. We don't even talk to each other when we ain't doing business. But we get in this rehearsal. We get our 2-step together, because the 2-step ain't changed in 20 years. It's the same damn 2-step, okay? And then we get on the stage and we give you a little bit of week. And we give you a little bit of whatever. And we go home. You better make this money. Shoot. SWV said, I'm trying to teach you so you don't go through what we went through. Shit. Jonathan, go sit down somewhere. Listen. Jonathan, I love you like a brother, I do. And you are the head clergy down to this here situation. And you got your spot. But when we talking about Candy, you just don't get to talk. You don't get to talk. Because you can't be objective. You can't be objective. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all. If you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button on your way out the door. I thank you, Phil, for the Cash App. Thank you, Cross Country Cruiser, for the Cash App. Let me check my phone and see if anybody else blessed me before we get out of here so I can say thank you. No more Cash Apps came through while I was live. So, again, like I said, I want to thank you. And I also, don't forget to go get your merch, honey. Don't forget to go get your merch, okay? And I will see y'all later. Mwah. Peace. We don't have to be fair, child. We fair. You just don't like it. You don't like it.